We gotta be able to get one. Can't take no for an answer today. I don't know, did we get bit? They're definitely catching some trout, so no real excuses for me if I try to say they're not in here. What's going on, guys? Out here at a lake just outside of Courtney. It looks extremely busy today though. It's Father's Day today, so happy Father's Day to any fathers out there. It's not the biggest lake, so hopefully we can find a spot out here to fish, but should be fun. If I can't find a spot, I'll go somewhere else. We'll see what happens. Kind of want to leave the lake for the kids and their dads. It's quite busy out here, as you can see. And it's not the biggest lake either, so we'll see if we can get a spot down there, and if we can, it'd be nice to find a trout or something today and see what we can do with it. Got a little bit of gear on me today, not too much. I brought a few spinners, I brought a couple bobbers and some worms. Probably gonna start the day off with a little tiny meps here. A nice little, I don't know if you can see it on there, but nice little rainbow pattern on that guy. Got worms. I did store-buy worms though, so they're like probably the biggest worms you've ever seen. Look at that thing, it's just juicy. I don't know how well they'll work. Small hooks, big worms, we'll see. We'll try to catch something and cook it too and see how it goes. I did bring along the hiking backpack and a little fishing rod, so let's get out there, see what we can do. Lake looks like it's just loaded with people right now, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. See if maybe I can hike through the bush over here on this far end and find like a new spot. We're back. Back, baby. Let's go. Beautiful day out here. Yeah, I don't really know if this trail, I don't know if you can see that too well, but this trail is kind of like not really a trail, so I don't really know if this goes and has beach access down there that I can fish from, so we're just searching. All right, I walked maybe another, I don't know, 20 feet down the trail and I found this little spot. Let's check it out together and see if there is beach access. Oh, it looks good. We don't need much. It's a spot to wet some lines. Oh man, and it looks great. All right, we found a spot, which I'm super happy about for seeing how busy it is out here. Let's check this out. Looks like it drops off really deep, really fast, which is always a really good sign. Pretty excited. Let's get this set up and let's try it out. Okay, well, first things first, we're gonna try out this little tiger pattern or rainbow pattern panther martin. So those casts I was casting, I've never seen this before. Apparently I was fishing with no hook on there. I guess she came off. Let's retie and reset up and get back out there. I don't know, man, these are huge. That's got to be the biggest worm ever, man. Like that. Let's see what happens. Let's give it a cast. Keep your hand above her, guys. Did you guys just see that? The bobber just got thumped. Come back, baby, come back. They got me so excited, I'm shaking. Well, if we don't get anything on this cast, I think I'll put a fresh worm on there and I'll maybe add a couple more little weights, smaller piece of worm, and then we'll just cast it a little bit farther. Where did he go? Come on, man. Like all these other guys out here are using power bait. Weasels. Let's try lowering that bobber a little bit. The fish seem to be pretty active on the top right now, so put that a little closer to the top for him. How you doing?
Pretty good, how about you?
Good. Catch anything?
I got 3, yeah.
Nice. Wow.
How about you?
Nothing yet. I just swapped over to like bobber and worm because
Nice. Yeah.
I'm not getting anything on the spinners right now.
Yeah, no, I tried. I got 1 bite earlier, but nothing other than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been using a bottom rig.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, thanks. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Just talked to a couple people over there, and the person that walked by earlier said that they're definitely catching some trout, so no real excuses for me if I try to say they're not in here. I did forget my water up at the car though, so I think I gotta mish back and grab it. I'll probably leave my gear down here and then walk up there with you guys and grab it real quick. Let's do that. We gotta be able to get one. I can't take no for an answer today. Especially when they're saying that they're pulling 3 or 4 out each. Oh, man. Guess let's grab some water, head back, and just go at it hard. Maybe I'll throw on a new fresh worm and keep rocking that worm technique because they said they got them on the bottom and the worm's closer to the bottom than a spinner, so yeah. Throw on this monster worm just like that, see what happens. Not getting much action on this bobber. All right, what's going on, guys? We're back at Maple Lake. Just got here. I just left the river after the unsuccessful crawdaddy trip, so kind of dead set on catching something for you guys today, and for me, be so nice to hook into something. So yeah, we got a way better spot today. We were here yesterday, but it was packed because of Father's Day. Today we got this nice little setup here, big open area for casting. It's nice. It's still on this wicked slope. Jesus. I don't know if you can even see that on the camera, if it just looks like flat ground, but it's super steep and kind of hard for me to stand on and cast, but it, you know, it is what it is. It's kind of like that the whole way around the lake, so pretty excited. I'm gonna tie on this rig. We're gonna try to do some bottom fishing today. Yesterday they were saying they were having a bunch of success with the bottom, so what we're gonna do is take a little egg sinker on my 8-pound test line, going down to a swivel, just a little swivel like this, and then that swivel is going onto some 6-pound test where I'll put this little Gomakatsu octopus hook on there. They're really light hooks, so they float well, and I'll do a little piece of floating power bait on there as well. We'll get it out there and see if we can get some fish. What we're using is these little power eggs. They're floating power bait power eggs. Oh. One just jumped right there. All right, we gotta get out there. We gotta get out there. Ooh, so stinky. So good. We'll take 2 of these power eggs and we'll feed them onto this bait hook. Just like that. Looks good to me. All right, first cast of the day. Be out there. Let's go. A little grapefruit juice. Let's go with that too. I cannot believe it. Somehow the camera stopped rolling and I got a massive rainbow trout out of here. I don't know if he's massive, but I'm hyped up right now. Oh man, I'm so freaking sorry. That sucks. But it's awesome. We got a trout. I'm gonna get back out there and we'll see if we can bring in another one, okay? Oh no, I absolutely goofed it. I'm so sorry. I turned the camera off by accident, I guess. We just hooked up with such a nice trout. We landed him. Here he is. Just a gorgeous rainbow. Big chunky bow. I choked that hook down so hard there's no way for me to get it out, so I'm gonna have to retie up. Well, it works. The green power bait floating bottom rig, that works really good. Holy crap. I'm taking it up past the top of the hook too, just barely, so that you can't see anything. I just have a nice little bit of hook sticking out like that. That's how we had it last time. All right, let's get back out there. Let's go. Let's go back into that same spot. Let's go, baby. want to keep that line nice and tight so that if you get any bites on there, you can notice it right away and you don't miss them. I don't think I'll need the sunnies today. For a wander over here. Don't want to go too far in case that rod goes off though. Look. I should have asked the guys that were fishing here yesterday what color they were using for power bait, but I don't know. The guy at the store today told me green. Little garbage in the woods. It's always good if you go out somewhere to leave it looking a little better than you found it. How's that rod tip? Not moving. Another fisherman over there. I don't know if you can see him on the camera, but he's got a nice little pontoon boat. And then there's another little boat over there with another fisherman. I would love to get a little boat and just get out there on the water and do some trolling. I'm sure you can get some bigger trout out of the middle of the lake. If you look all the way over there, there's a blue speck on the shore. There he is. Another shore fisherman over there. All right, gang, we're back home now. So what happened was I hooked into this big trout right here, and right as I got him on the line, I think it stopped recording. Either that or it wasn't recording the whole time while I was down for that like 10 minutes or so when I caught this fish. So I apologize, that sucks so much. I looked and it showed the red light, or the red box with the numbers counting up in it, and I was so sure that we were recording. But apparently we weren't, so sorry. And then this small one, when I hooked into that, like I said, the camera battery was super low, so I was recording, but it died as I hooked into this guy. So somehow we managed to get 0 of the catching on camera. But, you know, the video does explain how we caught the fish, how I got the fish, and, you know, the kind of rig that you need to set up, and it paid off pretty well. So, you know, some good information in there still. Let's cook up though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook up, I'm going to try with this big guy. Usually when you have a trout, you don't fillet it because you end up with all the little pin bones in there and they're super hard to get out. But I don't know why, I'm kind of dead set on trying to fillet this big one, and maybe I can cut out the pin bones, or maybe, you know, go in there with some tweezers, or just leave them in, honestly. Because I kind of got an idea that I want to cook up for me and Lisa tonight. So I'm going to do mashed potatoes. I got potatoes over here. Excuse me. Got potatoes over here, and then I got some organic rainbow carrots, some kale, parsley, and dill. And then I got mustard, cream, and some vegan butter. I'm gonna do mashed potatoes with some sauteed kale and carrots, and then do like a creamy Dijon dill sauce over top for the fish and the mash. I think that's gonna be super delicious. So let's get at it. I'm gonna start by cleaning these trout. All right, let's see about filleting this guy. So that right there is completely boneless now, so not a bad slab of meat. Trout have such small little scales on them that you don't actually even have to worry about descaling them at all. All right, next thing to do is to get our mashed potatoes working, and then we'll start on the vegetables, and we'll do the fish last because it's not going to take long to cook. Gang, gang. Cold water. Someone told me that you always start your potatoes in cold water. It would make sense that it would cook more evenly because the center of the potato comes up to temperature at the same time as the water or something. I don't know. Whoa, these are super dirty. Holy. That's how you know what's good. I still can't believe that that I didn't film catching any of those fish. That's wild. I'm not a big fan of the seed oils. So. Alright, we're just gonna let those cook up for a little bit. We're gonna let the carrots kind of soften up, and the potatoes, same thing. We're gonna cook them until they're nice and soft, and we'll come back. All right, we just gotta let that do its thing. Some pepper, some salt. All I'm really gonna do for the kale is just take off, say, 2 or 3 branches, at least. Kale's a sleeper veg. I don't know. No one really thinks about kale as being really good vegetable to go with a nice dinner, but you char that up a little bit in the pan, olive oil or butter, salt and pepper. It's so delicious. Just gonna keep rotating these carrots until they're nice and charred on the outside. All we're gonna do for our sauce, nice and simple, is start off with some whipping cream, heavy whip. Bring that up to a boil or a simmer, and we're going to simmer that for, I don't know, a minute or two and just get it a little bit reduced, and then we'll add in a little bit of that mustard, we'll add in a squirt of lemon juice, and we'll add in the fresh herbs, and it'll be just perfect like that. Just going to chop up some of those herbs for that sauce that we're making. Grab some dill out of the fridge. Alright. Cream is starting to thicken up. Carrots are looking delicious. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add the mustard. We have a nice grainy mustard that we're going to add in there. You don't want too much because you don't want it to be the strongest flavor ever, but I'm adding some of the fresh herbs.
Whip it through the glass.
And a tiny bit of white pepper in there as well. We reduce it a tiny bit more. Let's go ahead and taste it. Yep. I'm not going to reduce that anymore because it's going to thicken as it sits. We'll put those potatoes back on the heat, and we want to leave them on the heat for, I don't know, let's say 2 minutes, and we're going to try to get out as much of that steam as possible, because all that liquid that's in there is just water, and it makes your mashed potatoes watery instead of being creamy when you add in your butter and your cream. Kale. I know it looks like a lot right now, but that'll cook down. Alright, time to do our mashed potatoes. Take a nice chunk of butter, a good sized chunk. Looks like a lot of butter, but you just put that up between the 4 or 5 portions that's there. It's okay. Add a good amount of salt in there. And like I said, that's vegan butter that I put in there, so it's like seed oil. Because Lisa can't eat dairy, so we rock out with that. We add a bunch of white pepper into this. White pepper is the star of the show in mashed potatoes. And we take our good old potato masher and go to town. Okay. Yeah, that sauce thickened up really nice. Now we got our mash. We've got our sauce. Got our vegetables rolling. Last thing I have to do is get that trout going. Alright, trout time. Going with the trout, the skin side down. Now this piece of trout's going to cook up really fast. So we want the majority to be the cook to be on the skin side, so you get a nice crisp out of it. But this is wild caught trout, so it does need to be cooked through thoroughly. Nice and crispy on the skin. And enough residual heat in that pan to finish it up. Little garnito. How are we looking, guys? Alright, y'all, time to try it out. Got a Vancouver Island Brewing Mystic Haze Pale Ale. I think it's time to have a beer today. Cheers, y'all. Oh yeah. So we got the trout that we just caught, that creamy mashed potato, and the grilled vegetables, and then the mustard dill cream sauce. Let's give this thing a go.
Delicious.
Holy. It's delicious. Super good. The trout almost tastes like salmon. Like, you hear that all the time, but like this one more than I've ever tasted before. I think it's when they get big like that and the meat's like super pink like this. Just get lucky and your trout's a little salmon-y sometimes. Absolutely cooked perfection. It's shining. Try some of these carrots. Nice and simple. Alright guys, cheers. Thanks for watching. Sorry again that I didn't get those fish on camera that I caught. I'll put a recipe for any of this down below if you want to make it at home. And yeah, I can't wait to do another one. We'll have another one up soon. Bye.